Welcome to Legion Builds, where I guide you on how to bring your favorite fictional characters into Dungeons & Dragons. This video and all my content is made possible by my Patreon supporters, and it's dedicated to everyone who subscribes to my channel. You're all the reasons why this keeps going. Join the Legion today at patreon.com/63rdlegion for free and help decide next week's new character. Joining my paid tiers allows you early access to my content, a shout out in my videos, homebrew D&D items for your games, and a chance to play some D&D in the Patreon community. We now have a Discord. It's just getting started, but we have some future plans coming, like events for Discord members and Patreon members. Time to stalk the shadows of the grim darkness of Warhammer 40k with boss Snikrot. In the 41st and 42nd millennium, orcs are a plague upon the galaxy. You see, in 40k, orcs are the ultimate invasive species. Once they have made planetfall, their bodies begin emitting spores, making their extinction on the world an impossibility as they transform the ecosystem to better suit them. Oh yeah, orcs are fungus in 40k that look like hulking monsters. This Fear the Greenskin menace is fully capitalized by the ultimate orc commando, Snikrot. Unlike most orcs, Snikrot prefers cunning over loud guns and engines. With his Red Skull commandos, Snikrot performs stealth missions that sow fear and commit assassinations. In combat, Snikrot prefers his twin blades, Mork's teeth, that are soaked in so much blood they have turned to black. He's actually an oddity since most orcs love loud noises and he prefers silence. For today's build, we'll be using the Player's Handbook. We're using standard point array to keep things simple, and we are multi-classing, so watch those minimums if you use another stat system. Make Dex 15, Strength 14, Con 13, Intelligence 12, Wisdom 10, and we're going to be dumping Charisma with an 8. It really isn't important for this build, and you let your actions speak for you. Snikrot is an orc, and though in 40k they are a fungus-based species, D&D orcs work really well. Adrenaline Rush lets you take dash as a bonus action, and then give yourself temporary HP equal to your proficiency bonus. You can do this a number of times equal to your proficiency bonus per long rest. Dark Vision lets you see in darkness out to 120 feet. Relentless Endurance keeps you up when you hit 0 HP. When you hit 0 HP but are not killed outright, you can drop to 1 HP instead. You can do this once per long rest. To finish out your lineage, you know the language Common and 2 more of your choice. For background plays +2 into strength and +1 into con. For your origin feat, Savage Attacker makes you deadlier. Once per turn, when you attack with a weapon, you can roll 2 sets of damage dice and then choose which set you will use. For skills, grab Athletics and Survival. To finish out your background, grab Proficiency and Alchemist supplies to help you craft some smoke bombs and explosives. Level 1 Rogues start things off with 4 skills. Grab Stealth, Perception, Investigation, and Intimidation. You are proficient in simple weapons, martial weapons with the light and finesse properties, light armor, thieves' tools, and the saving throws, dex, and intelligence. Expertise lets you choose 2 skills you are proficient with and doubles the proficiency bonus to those skills. Place this into Stealth and Athletics. Sneak Attack improves your deadly strikes. Once per turn, when you attack with a ranged or finesse weapon, while you have advantage on the attack, or if there is an ally within 5 feet of the target. When you do this, you deal an extra 1d6 damage. Thieves' Cant grants you 2 more languages, starting with Thieves' Cant, which is a coded language, and 1 more of your choice. Weapon Mastery improves your weapon attacks. At the end of a long rest, you choose 2 weapons you are proficient with, and now when you use them, you can access their weapon mastery properties. For some weapon masteries you'll use, short swords give you Vex, which gives you advantage on your next attack against a creature you've hit with this weapon before the end of your next turn. Scimitars give you Nick, which allows you to attack with a second light weapon as part of the main attack action instead of using your bonus action. Level 1 Barbarians begin with bonus proficiencies when they are multi-classed into. You are now proficient in all weapons and shields. Unarmored Defense gives you an AC of 10 plus your Dex modifier plus your Con modifier. Rage unleashes the power of Gork and Mork. Now when you aren't wearing heavy armor, you can use your bonus action to give yourself a real adrenaline rush. When you do this, your weapon damage that uses strength will gain a +2 bonus, you will have advantage on strength checks and strength saving throws, and you have have resistance to bludgeoning, slashing, and piercing damage. This remains active until the end of your next turn unless you make an attack roll before that, force an enemy to make a saving throw, or use your bonus action to maintain it. You can maintain it for up to 10 minutes, and while active you can't cast spells or maintain them. You can do this twice per long rest, but you regain 1 use at the end of a short rest. Weapon mastery is the same, but as you level up in Barbarian, you'll get more than just 2. Level 2 Barbarians unlock Danger Sense. You now have advantage on dex saves when you aren't incapacitated. Reckless Attack lets you throw caution to the wind. Now when you make your first attack, you can choose to attack recklessly. When you do so, you now have advantage on attack rolls when using your strength for attack and damage until the start of your next turn. But all attacks against you are also at advantage until the start of your next turn. Level 3 Barbarians now have access to their subclass. Path of the Wild Heart, found in the player's handbook, makes you right at home in the dark jungles and forests of the different worlds of 40k. Animal Speaker gives you 2 spells that you can cast as rituals. These are Beast Sense, which allows you to see through the eyes of a beast, and Speak with Animals, which is self-explanatory. Not going into these because they're not important for this build. Rage of the Wild allows you to unleash the power of the beast within, or fungal beast within. When you enter a rage, you choose one of 3 effects that remain until your rage ends. You can give yourself resistance to more damage types, take dash and disengage as a bonus action, and finally give your allies advantage on attacks when they are within 5 feet of you. One of those is going to be useless for this build, but the other 2 will be pretty good. Me personally, I would go with the one that gives your allies advantage on attacks. Primal Knowledge makes you so angry it makes your skills that have nothing to do with strength work even better. First you gain a new skill from Barbarian, grab Nature, and then when you enter a rage, several skills become strength based even though they aren't normally, and they will be at advantage because they're strength based and you're in rage. These skills are Acrobatics, Intimidation, Perception, Stealth, and Survival. You now have 3 rages per long rest. Level 4 Barbarians earn our first ability score improvement. Let's grab a feat. Skulker from the player's handbook adds +1 to your deck and then helps you move through darkness. You now have blindsight out to 10 feet. During combat, when you use the hide action, your stealth check is at advantage, and finally, if you attack while hidden and miss, you don't reveal your location. You now have up to 3 weapon masteries. You've hit character level 5, bring your proficiency bonus to +3. Level 5 Barbarians learn Extra Attack. You can now attack twice with a single attack action. Fast movement increases your speed when not wearing heavy armor, bringing your total speed to 40 feet. Level 6 Wild Heart Barbarians gain Aspect of the Wild. Now when you finish a long rest, you can grant yourself a new feature. You can increase your dark vision by 60 feet, you can give yourself a climbing speed, or give yourself a swimming speed. You now have 4 rages per long rest. Level 2 Rogues receive Cunning Action. Hide, Dash, and Disengage are bonus actions for you. Level 3 Rogues now have access to their subclass. Assassin from the player's handbook is going to make your strikes even more deadlier. Assassin's Tools gives you proficiency in Disguise Kit and Poisoner's Kit. Doubt you'll need that Disguise Kit, but the Poisoner's Kit will be great for you. Assassinate gives you advantage on initiative rolls, and during the first round of combat, you have advantage on your attacks against a creature that hasn't taken its turn yet. If you use your sneak attack during the first round of combat, you deal extra damage equal to your rogue level. Steady Aim is going to give you patience. On a turn you haven't moved, you can use your bonus action to reduce your speed to 0 and give yourself advantage on your next attack. Your speed remains 0 until the end of your current turn. Your sneak attack is now 2d6 extra damage. You've hit character level 9, bring your proficiency bonus to +4. Level 4 Rogues earn another ability score improvement, bump up strength. Level 5 Rogues unlock Cunning Strikes. Now when you use your sneak attack, you can sacrifice sneak attack damage dice to add effects to your attack. You can only add 1 effect per turn, and the DC for these is based on your dex. For these effects, Trip costs 1d6, and after you deal damage, you can force a dex save if they are a large creature or smaller, giving them the prone condition if they fail. Withdrawal costs 1d6, and after you deal damage, you can move half your speed without provoking attack of opportunity to get away from them. Poison costs 1d6, and if you have the Poisoner's Kit, you can can force a con save, and if they fail, they gain the poison condition for 1 minute, and they are allowed to retake the save at the end of each of their turns. Your sneak attack is now 3d6 extra damage. Level 6 rogues get 2 more expertise. Place this into intimidation and survival. Level 7 rogues gain evasion. Your dex saves are now improved. When you pass a dex save, you take no damage and only half on a failure if you're not incapacitated. Reliable talent makes any d20 test you make with a skill you are proficient with never roll lower than 10 on the test. Your sneak attack is now 4d6 extra damage. You're now character level 13, bump up your proficiency bonus to +5. Level 8 rogues earn another ability score improvement, cap off strength. Level 7 barbarians receive Feral Instinct, which gives you advantage on initiative checks, which you already have. Instinctive Pounce lets you move half your total speed when you enter a rage. Level 9 Assassin Rogues have Infiltration Expertise. You can now mimic a person's speech and handwriting after studying it for 1 hour, and Steady Aim no longer reduces your speed to 0. Your sneak attack is now 5d6 extra damage. Level 10 rogues earn another ability score improvement, bump up con for more health and AC. You've hit the final milestone, character level 17, max out your proficiency bonus at +6. Level 11 rogues unlock improved critical strikes. You can now add 2 cunning strikes to your sneak attack, you just have to pay for both. Level 12 rogues earn another ability score improvement, and now you are character level 19, meaning you can use any feat including epic boons. I say bump up con once more. Our final level is level 8 barbarian, and you get our final ability score improvement. Boost dex for better stealth when not in rage. Now that we've hit level 20, let's recap. Your stats are Strength 20, Dex 18, Con 18, Intelligence 12, Wisdom 10, Charisma 8. Your total class levels are Rogue 12, Barbarian 8. Let's dive in. You are a terror. Your stealth can be +16 or +17 and can never roll lower than 10 on the d20. You can see in darkness, you have blind sight out to 10 feet. Missing while hiding doesn't reveal you, and hiding during combat is at advantage. When you pounce on your target, you're dealing 1d6 +5 +5d6 damage. You can attack up to 3 times, and one of those attacks, you can roll 2 sets of damage dice and choose which one you're using. Your initiative is at advantage, and your first turn, you're dealing an extra 12 damage. You can also add effects to your sneak attack as well, and you can make attacks at advantage. You're also hard to take down. Your total health, taking the average, is over 190 HP. Dropping you to 0 isn't going to take you down, and your AC is 18. Downside. Firstly, while you have the ability to use ranged weapons, these can't benefit from rage, but luckily they can benefit from sneak attack. Your soft stats are pretty weak, and while intelligence is getting a boost for the save, charisma and wisdom are not that great, with charisma being lower. Stalk the darkness and have fun hunting the weak humies. I'd like to thank my Artificer tier. Thank you John Martin, Christopher R. Hunter, Java Squirrel, and Daniel Saffler. Make sure to like and subscribe to not miss a single new build each week on YouTube and Spotify. And make sure to check out my Patreon, where you can help decide next week's new character.